This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Monday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
No, the traffic wasn't too bad. We were home by 6.
And how was it, this grand hotel?
Oh, it was lovely.
The weather was a bit rubbish, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't too bad. We managed a couple of nice walks in the Cotswolds. And Susan made good use of the hotel spa.
What did you do?
Well, I enjoyed sitting in their lounge by a log fire and just reading the paper.
That's your idea of fun, is it?
Absolutely. Anyway, everything all right here?
No.
No? Why, what's happened?
Hang on, just let me close the door.
Hannah?
Have a look at this.
What is it?
Read it.
What on earth is this
It was
about?
late Thursday afternoon, after you'd left. Brian came in looking for you. I told him you weren't here, so he asked if he could use my office.
What for?
And he pulled out his laptop and worked on a document, and then he printed out that thing and sort of left it there, like he wanted me to find it.
Why would he do that?
So he could deny all responsibility? Because presumably this is meant to be top secret.
Oh.
But he obviously thought we should know.
And this was Thursday?
Yeah.
Why didn't you call me?
I didn't want to ruin your weekend away.
Oh, Hannah.
I knew you needed that break.
I can't believe it. I really thought we'd done enough to weather this crisis.
Well, so did I. But obviously the BL board think otherwise. Which means you and me and the rest of the workforce will be out on our ear.
Well, we can't let that happen.
But what can we do?
Well, at least we know Brian's on our side, so first thing, you'd better put that document through the shredder.
OK.
We don't want that falling into the wrong hands. And I'll give Brian a ring, see if he'll agree to meet up with us.
It's a bit chaotic at the moment. Usha's working from home and so's Dad. And by the sound of things, the Wi-Fi's failing to cope.
Oh, dear.
So I thought I'd come over here for a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah, customers are a bit thin on the ground this morning. Anyway, there you go, Amy. One Americano with hot milk.
Oh, cheers.
Good party last night, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was fun.
I fancy Rex living on a boat. Strikes me as a bit damp.
And it's very small.
Yeah, but good on him, eh? I wonder why Chris didn't come.
What?
Yeah, Chris, he was there in the pub.
Oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he?
And then he disappeared. Never made it to the river.
I was talking to Rex and the others. I didn't speak to him or anything.
Did you know about Rex getting a narrowboat?
No, I don't think anybody knew, did they? Came as a big surprise to all of us.
Just thought, yeah, you and him.
Me and him? What?
Didn't you go on a date with him last week?
Oh, Lord. You can't keep anything to yourself in this village, can you?
So how did it go?
We had a very pleasant evening, thank you.
And?
And nothing.
You're not seeing him again?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, are you trying to play matchmaker, Fallon?
I just thought...
You're as bad as Alice.
Well, Rex is such a sweet man.
Yeah, he's lovely. We got on really well.
You don't fancy him?
There was no, spark between us. And we agreed we'd be better off as friends.
So you're just going to give up?
Oh, Fallon.
Look, I really didn't fancy Harrison when I first met him. And I certainly had no intention of ever marrying a policeman.
Your point being?
Well, sometimes friendship can evolve into, well, love.
I'm not going to fall in love with Rex Fairbrother, OK?
You can't know that.
Yes, I can. But talking of Harrison, how are you feeling now about him getting baptised?
Oh, yeah, OK. I had a long chat with Mum about it. I mean, I don't have a problem with him being a Christian. It's just, I worry about him trying to convert me. He says he won't, but, you know.
Yeah, well, you should have a chat with Usha.
Should I?
Yeah, she and Dad. Well, they're obviously both believers, but they approach God in fundamentally different ways, and it really doesn't matter to either of them. They just accept it.
Right, yeah. Thanks, maybe I will. The annoying thing is, Lent starts this week.
Oh, yeah, Pancake Day tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Mum suggested we lay on a buffet to celebrate Harrison's big day, and we had the menu all planned out. Ham sandwiches, sausage rolls, bacon quiches, and guess what Harrison's decided to give up for Lent?
What?
Eating meat.
Kirsty, what are you doing sitting out here? You must be freezing.
I just wanted to feel the sun on my face. It's been so dreary these past few days, Phoebe.
Can I join you?
Of course.
It's nice. A reminder that spring is just around the corner. You're going to miss this when you move to Plovdiv.
They do have sunshine in Bulgaria, More than we do here, actually.
I meant the views across the fields. All the trees and the silence.
Listen to that robin.
Yeah. How are you going to cope, though, living in a big, noisy city?
I have lived in cities before,
When?
And besides, I'm going to be working in a very posh hotel, which Lexi assures me has extensive gardens all around it, well away from the traffic noise.
Not the same, though, is it?
And Plovdiv's an absolutely fascinating city, with the most amazing history. They still put on operas and concerts in the massive Roman amphitheatre.
A bit of a culture shock after Ambridge, though.
But that's the point, Phoebe. I love this place, but now it's time to move on.
Are you doing anything this evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. Why?
Well, it's just Alice messaged me earlier and asked if I could come round. Got the impression she was struggling a bit. Said she'd had a rough night and Martha's been playing up.
Oh, dear.
So I said I'd pop round later on. Would you be free to come too?
Oh, actually, I promised Dad and Usha I'd cook supper for them.
Oh, does it have to be tonight? Couldn't you do it some other time?
Oh, I can't really let them down. They both work late and woke up tired this morning.
That's a shame. It's just, you're so good with Alice.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. When she's on a downer, you always know the right thing to say.
No, I don't.
You've got such patience with her, whereas I'm floundering around, muttering useless platitudes and wishing I could get home and have a glass of wine.
Oh, well, we all feel like that sometimes.
Don't get me wrong, Amy. I want to be a good friend to Alice.
You are. You're a brilliant friend. And well, sometimes it's just about being there.
Yeah, I know. It's just... Are you sure you can't come over tonight?
Sorry, but right now I really do need to get to the shop. Take care, Fallon. See you.
Hannah?
Oh, hi, Neil. Any joy?
Well, I did manage to speak to Brian, but he's behaving like his phone's tapped or something.
How do you mean?
Well, it's like that business with you and the printer. He won't actually come out and tell me what's happened. And when I asked him a direct question, he'd do that I couldn't possibly comment thing. But I managed to glean that there were discussions between members of the board last week, and he did say that he'd been warned not to repeat to anyone what was being discussed.
Hence that bit of play acting with the document.
And he wasn't giving anything away on the phone. But when I suggested they might have talked about possibly closing us down, he didn't deny it.
It's unbelievable. After everything we've done to keep this place going.
I know. From what I can gather, there's to be an emergency board meeting to discuss the matter further.
I should hope so.
Which I'm guessing Brian has insisted on, because he's obviously on our side. He recognises that it'd be a massive mistake to shut the business down now.
Which is true.
Yeah. The trouble is, though, that Brian's not a pig man.
No, I know.
At least he's a farmer, isn't he? Unlike the rest of the BL board.
Oh.
And more importantly, he recognises that you and I are the experts.
Well, we are.
So he's asked if we could meet up with him tomorrow afternoon.
So we can pick our brains?
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Is he going to come here?
No. It's all a bit cloak and dagger. He wants us to go to the Home Farm Eco office tomorrow afternoon, after everyone's gone home.
You were born and brought up here.
I was actually born at Glastonbury.
But you don't remember that, do you? Obviously. All your early memories are of this village. I never even set foot here until I was about 18.
But that's my point. I had no say in where I was brought up. And these past few months, I've honestly felt that I'm just, I don't know, marking time.
You've done loads, Phoebe.
Maybe. But now I need to move on. Take the next step. It's like my granddad Mike said to me at Christmas. You've got to seize life with both hands and live it to the full. Do what you want to do, not what's expected of you. And for me, that means finding another project that really excites me, which this one in Scotland does.
That's great. And it's the same for me.
Well, that's what worries me, though. Is it? You chose to come here, and you fell in love with the place and decided to stay. You've been here, what, 20-odd years?
Something like that.
It feels to me as if you're part of this place, Kirsty. Part of the fibre of Ambridge.
You make me sound like an old straw bale.
The mysteries wouldn't have got off the ground if it hadn't been for you.
Oh, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Even Linda admits it.
But since then, I've been at a loose end, if I'm honest. And all the horrors of the last couple of years have come crowding back into my mind.
Have they?
And I mean horrors. I still have awful dreams.
Do you? Oh, Kirsty, I'm so sorry. But if you leave, Philip will have won.
No, he won't.
He'll have driven you away from the place you love. And you'll lose all the good things in your life. All the good memories. All your friends. Dad's going to be heartbroken.
I think he's going to miss you more than me.
No, he's perfectly okay about me leaving. But he's going to be lost without you.
Oh, he'll soon find another lodger.
You're a friend.
Oh, I can't deny I'll miss him. And this house, this garden.
When you're stuck in some pokey hotel room.
My room's in the Plovdiv Hotel and not remotely pokey.
But you won't be able to do this, will you? To walk out into a green space, just feel the sun on your face.
No, but my rooms are on the 7th floor. It'll be a great view.
You don't exactly enjoy working at Grey Gables.
Phoebe, stop it.
You're not passionate about it like Dad is. What makes you think a Bulgarian hotel will be any more fun?
It'll be a new challenge. And it's much more a management job than Grey Gables is, and I'd like to develop that side of me. Use what I've learned from Oliver.
Whereas if you stayed here, if you took the rewilding job, you'd be out in the fresh air, in charge of those lovely wild acres.
I know, but...
But what?
I've made up my mind, Phoebe. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving because Ambridge isn't home for me anymore. Not right now. And much as I shall miss the old place, I know that leaving is the right thing to do. But Kirsty, aren't you already home?